Hi everybody, this is Bonnie from Bonnie's Creative Place, and I am here with card number 3 from our online class. And we are going to be making this cute little card. Is it not cute? Now, I'm going to show you how to make the turtle in reverse. So we're going to be using our Stamparatus, and we are going to have a lot of fun. So let's get started on how I made this card. Just so you know, I used a few extra stamps. I used this one just for the greeting. You mean so much to me. Use any greeting that you want. I just felt where the turtle was handing another turtle a flower, you know, there's some stamps in there. I love you, whatever, depending on who you're giving the card to. So I got the greeting from the Wonderful Life Wildlife Wonder, I meant, stamp set. So that's where I got You Mean So Much to Me stamp. And then also, you're going to need some type of background stamp. Ideally, if you want to do this and you need a bigger stamp, then you would want a nice big silicone background stamp. I didn't have one. This is the closest thing that I came, and luckily, this right here was big enough for my turtle, so this will work. But if you have the oceanfront stamp, then that is great. If not, you don't need this stamp set. You can use this if you have a bigger silicone background stamp of any kind. And it doesn't matter, you have to be able to flip it over. So like this is the way that normally if I put it on a block, I put it on like this, and then I'd put my ink on it and I'd stamp it. Now what I'm going to do here is I want to put the part that I would normally stamp down onto my platform here on my mat, and then I'm going to use the background, the back of it, to do my stamping for the reverse stamping. You do not have to have this stamp set. Any background stamp that you can flip over and use the back of it that is see-through, photopolymer, clear, whatever you want to need for this card. But I'm using the oceanfront one, and I'm using this one up here, if you have it. Okay, and then of course we need our rainy day stamp set. Okay everybody, so to start this card, what we need to do is we need to take our background stamp, any type of background stamp. I happen to be using that oceanfront one that I explained to you, and I have got the stamped part of that you would normally stamp on down on my mat onto the clear plate here of our Stamparatus. I've got that down and secure like that. Then I'm going to take the image that we want to stamp to reverse, and I'm going to take this image right here, and I'm going to put it down like this. I'm going to give it a little push so it'll kind of stay. The stamped image is up, all right? Now, when you get your Stamparatus, mine was older, so I don't think they come. They come with this, I believe, is what they come with, one of these. And then you can order this thicker foam with the clear grid that's washable on top of it. So I have both of them. So you're gonna, if you have this one, it would be ideal. If you don't have this one, cut yourself a piece of window sheet that is like the size of this mat. You know, something that you can remove. So I'll explain that in just a second more. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to bring it over very carefully, and we're going to push. We want that turtle to stay, well, if it moves like that, kind of put him back a little bit. The whole idea, you could put him here first, but I like to line him up over there. You want your turtle to stay right here, like that. Now the reason why I said if you have two mats is because we need to move this in and out. So when you have this mat, that'll work great, and then you can put this mat in. If you don't have another mat, you could still do this. You just need to get something clear or something that this will stick to but be removed. That's why you don't want to use paper, because if you use paper, it'll end up having to be in your way. But if you take a clear silicone, you could put this right where the turtle is, and you could flip him over and he would stick on here, and then you could just keep removing this. And you'll see what I mean as we get going in the process. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our black Memento ink and we are going to stamp up the turtle. We're going to take this and we're going to stamp it over on here. You know, give it a good little push, rub it with this if you have to. Pick this up, put it over here. Now our image is over here. We're going to take and remove this piece out of the way, bring in our other matte, or if it was on that clear silicone paper, you could just move the silicone paper out of the way. We're going to take our paper image. I'm just kind of lining, I shouldn't say I'm going to line. I'm going to actually, before I put my magnets on, I'm just going to check and see. Yep, I have this in a good spot. Then I'm going to put my magnets on them, like so. And then I'm going to bring this over like this. Oh, that magnet's in the way. Maybe I'll just use one magnet. Bring this over like this. Push down on this. And if you have one of these, you can use this. I literally get up and I push with my palm of my hand and rub around a little just so that the image is there. Then I'm slowly going to pick this up. Oh, it stuck to that, which is perfectly fine because then I can do this too. But then you're just going to peel this away and voila, you have your reversed image. So that's how I do it with the Stamparatus. So we're going to bring this in. We're going to get our turtle here and put him on this block right here. We're going to bring this in and stamp him up just like this. And then we are going to stamp this down right in the middle. So now when I pick that up, you see that I have two turtles, and one is facing one way and one is facing the other. So that's how you can get that. Now if you bought the whole bundle of this with the paper and everything, there is a turtle in the paper that is facing the other way that you could fussy cut out too, if you don't have the Stamparatus and all that. So that's just another option to give you if you don't have the Stamparatus. So now, before we get coloring and die cutting, let's kind of put a little bit of this card together. So we're going to take our card base and we're going to fold it in half. And we're going to remember, give it a very, very good score, because this helps keep your card down. Then take your flowers like this and put it down and put this right on top, and it has a little bit of a border all the way around, and this is in that DSP pack. And then I took a piece of the cloud paper, and it's actually, there's flowers on bottom and clouds on top, and I took the top half of the clouds. I took some Mango Melody cardstock, and we're just going to attach these two together. Now I'm not going to add this onto the page quite yet, because as you could see on the original one, I'll bring it back in camera, I do have this tilted off a little bit, but I want to put all my characters on there right, and then I'll tilt it on here so it's off a little bit. So, okay, so let's get into the coloring. Let's bring in my piece of scrap paper here that I've been using, and we're gonna start coloring. Now I have several blends here. I've got Old Olive Light and Dark. I got Crumb Cake Light and Dark, Daffodil Delight Light and Dark, and I have Light Flirty Flamingo, and I also have Black for the butterflies when we get to that. Okay, So I'm just going to probably fast forward this, and I'll just zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. And yeah, I'm going to color away. Balming blue light. So you need the balming blue light marker for the eyes. For the turtle, so I did dark in the center right there, and then I took a Stampin' Write marker, Mango Melody, but if you have the light Mango Melody in the blends, it was a discontinued, because it used to be an old well, they discontinued it. It's in our regular line. I shouldn't say that it was a retiring in color. It's in our line, but they discontinued doing the Mango Melody balming or blend. I don't know why, but I still have some from when it was in, and so I did this flower in that color. Okay, and actually I think I want it a little oranger because my other one looks oranger. Maybe I added just a little bit of the dark at the bottom of it too. Or it could be because I used that. Yeah, I bet it is. So there's our turtles. Now we're going to get our cutting on all our other product here. So let me get set up and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I've got most everything die cutted out. Now with the little gingham thing, you get 2 butterflies, cut them out at one time. So we have the 2 little butterflies. You can use the die to cut out the one turtle that goes the right way. But for the turtle that goes the opposite way, you either have to use some other type of device or fussy cut. And I'm going to fussy cut. Now this actually makes it a very easy fussy cut because you want to leave a white border. And it's not very hard. When you get to the flower, you're just going to cut around the flower because we're not going to keep the flower on. So I'll probably fast forward this. Okay, so there it is cut out, and I left that part there because that part is also left in on this right here. Now on this one, I did come down in and cut a little bit out of this. You can do this or you could choose not to. I think I wanted more of the sky to come through with this one right through here, so that may be why I did it. And because she doesn't, she has hers is kind of up close like that. So do as you wish. Leave it in or cut it out. I think it looks good cut out, so that's what I did. And I just gotta, if I'm off the camera, I'm sorry because I gotta get it a little closer to me when it comes to this fine detailed. Okay. There we go. And I think that looks good. So it just looks like that. So there's that. Now I did not cut out more bows because when you cut out one bow, you get 3. So I had some bows still left over from the last one. So I'm just going to use one of them. So I'm just going to take and add a little bit of glue. If it wants to come out here. Yep. Add a little bit of glue to the back of it, and I added it right to the top of this little girl turtle. Okay, so she's coming out cute, so we could set them aside. Then we have our butterflies here, and I said this is where we need the black blend. And all I did is I kind of followed the shape of the butterfly right here. It's hard to see on, it's very lightly, and I just followed the shape, the body shape of like where the butterfly would kind of be and come down to one point to the other, and I just gave that a dark color for the butterfly. So that's all I did there. Now let's put this card together. So I've got my I got my little platform. I'm going to get some Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm just going to put some on the back of both of these little guys here. Little turtles. Okay, and I peel this off. Got my little dish here. I actually need one on the flower. Oh, I think I put a mini on the flower because the big ones were too big. There we go. And then I peel her off. And I lined this up with the bottom of the cardstock where the blue before it on the blue. And then I just put her down like that. And then I put him down like he's giving her, but I wanted her face in front. I didn't, so I kind of like, did you see how I just lifted that up because I hadn't pushed her down all the way? I lifted this up so that the flower would fall behind her face. Like she's smelling it there. And him handing it to her. And it just hit her little hand. So I thought that was so sweet and cute. Now I take this piece of white and we got to stamp up the greeting. And it says, "You mean so much to me." And I stamped that down. And then of course, you know me, I'm going to fussy cut around this little greeting. Okay, and then I'm just going to add some snail, liquid glue, whatever you got. Add it to the back. And I do have this hanging off, which is okay. I'm going to let it hang off for a little bit here because I'm going to put it onto the other card. So I have it hanging off right about there. So I just have a little bit. Then I'm going to take some liquid glue because these are very tiny. And if you like the green, use the other side of this. You could have one of each if you wanted to, but see, there's green on that side and the other color on that side. So we're going to go like this. And I'm going to add this onto here like this. Put that on. And this butterfly was supposed to be up a little higher. Maybe I can raise them. I have them right next to each other, and that was not my intention. And then we are going to put this on here, and we're going to put it at a little bit of an angle. I think it's cute at a little bit of an angle. You don't have to. If you like it more straight, make it your own card. And so I tipped it a little bit like this. Yeah, and then I brought in the sequins, and I ended up using the blue sequence here. I took one big one, and I put that here, and then I took and put two littler ones, one here and one there. And that is what our card looks like. I hope you enjoyed how I did the reverse stamping, and I hope when you try it, it's a good success. And if you have other ways, this is just one way. There's several ways to do reverse stamping, so check them out. And I will talk to you guys all soon. Bye-bye. I'll be back with card number 4.